into the passenger seat in Elroy, Arizona.
Well, she was buckled in.
Yeah, she was.
In there.
And not to mention the fact that Rodney was naked.
Right.
Rodney told the cops that Linda died at a hotel in Texas during their road trip, so he moved her corpse into the car and continued towards their destination. Ironically, the Oklahoma couple were issued protective orders against each other back in February, and Linda filed for divorce right afterwards. The medical examiner has Linda's body and trying to figure out the cause of death. Rodney, meanwhile, was booked into the county jail for abandonment or concealment of a body, even though the body was neither concealed nor abandoned. I guess that was the only charge they could get him on, probably in Arizona, according to state law.
Did you neglect to mention the fact that the wife, he was only wearing his underpants.
Okay.
His wife was naked.
Oh, that's what my story had that ass backwards, apparently. Okay.
He was naked. Or he was in his underpants.
Right.
The wife, the dead wife,
Yeah.
was naked in the passenger seat, buckled in properly.
Right.
But the corpse was upside down.
So her legs were sticking up above the...
Correct.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Your version of the story had more details than the one I found.
Well, the Daily Mail tends to get a little more descriptive than some of the other stories that you'll find just the brief notes. Yeah, that's strange. Why put her in upside down? Okay, to each his own. We could spend some time contemplating that behind bars.
I guess the cops have no explanation for what the hell he was doing.
That's right. I point you to RealRadio943.com. Speaking of drivers, we have a road rage incident that you need to see.
Oh, yeah.
This guy got fed up with the other car and pulls out a machete. Go watch that video. RealRadio943.com. And set your alarms, before we go back to the phone, set your alarms for the 10:30 p.m. launch of SpaceX satellites going into orbit.
Yeah.
Robert and Jupiter, welcome to the Love Doctors. Thanks for hanging. Robert, what's up?
Hey, I've enjoyed every minute of it. I've been on hold a little while, but it was fun. But
Good.
I have to get diverted. A little diversion here. If you're going to go back and play those old bits and have a little har-har at Dr. Glenn's expense, I think we need to hear Dano do the traffic report.
Oh,
yeah. You son of a bitch, Robert.
Yeah, the famous traffic report.
Curse you. I don't know that it was on this computer. I don't know that it's going to be in your computer, Lou. I'm sure you will.
Oh, wait.
I'm sure you will. In the meantime, while we're waiting for... Okay, is that...
No. We'll
in the meantime, Robert, what did you call for?
Well, if you're there, I'll make it quick, but I wanted to do my angry old white guy rant, because I'm really torqued off about people's lack of taking responsibility. And that poor young man that got killed, that worked at Woods' restaurant, you know, and for his family to come, and, you know, everybody's got to be to blame. You know, I feel like if the family cared so much about it, they knew he had a drinking problem, if that's the case, you know, but they didn't discourage him from working as a bartender. And I got to believe if it had been Archie's Bar on the corner out in, you know, Indian Town, that they wouldn't go after this big lawsuit. I'm just so tired of nobody taking responsibility for their actions.
Well,
somebody else's fault.
There is the issue in this case of Tiger Woods being sued by the family of the former employee who died in a drunk driving accident.
He got off of work
Yep.
at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He proceeded to sit at the bar
Yep.
after his shift, and he drank for the next 3 hours. Got behind the wheel of his car and drove north past Palm Beach County, over the Palm Beach County line, and somewhere in Martin County was involved in a single car crash and lost his life. I don't, and I said this yesterday, and I'll stick to this, it's going to be a tough thing for the family to prove that restaurant, Tiger Woods being named, his girlfriend, who is the operations manager, was going to hire someone that's an alcoholic to serve alcohol to customers. They said they knew it, which it's almost like hearsay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell me what they knew. Do you have proof? that
Right.
you knew?
Exactly.
Did he send you a text saying, I would love to work at your restaurant, I just, I'm good at bartending, but I'm an alcoholic? Did he admit that? Did he tell them? There's a lot of facts that need to come out in the case. I hear what you're saying, Robert.
Yes. Robert brings up a good point there. As tragic as the whole situation is, and I feel horrible for the family, you have to look at the issue of, is there some personal responsibility
And
involved
that
in
is
this?
going to bring up the DRAM laws. There are different degrees of the DRAM laws. It would be very irresponsible, and that bar would be held liable, maybe the owner, maybe the manager, if in fact this customer came in and was already highly intoxicated, and they continued to serve that person. They can be held responsible for that.
Yes.
But they also say that there needs to be, the laws, the DRAM laws, also mention that there needs to be personal responsibility, which is why most of the time they don't stick.
Yes. Now, Robert, speaking of personal responsibility, did you see the story that's making the rounds about the cop who shot the woman? He was trying to arrest this woman for a couple of outstanding warrants. She is being combative, let's say. She grabs his taser.
Well, they struggled. She ran away from him. Don't make it like he tried to put her arms behind her back and she stood there and reached around and grabbed the taser. She was pulling from him.
Yeah.
She ran from him.
She claimed that she was pregnant and he was roughing her up, but she grabbed his taser and actually used it on the cop.
Shot the cop.
So defensively, he pulls his gun and shoots her.
Killed her 5 times.
Family members of this woman
Shot her 5 times.
and friends are now criticizing the cop for what he did.
Right, with zero personal responsibility.
Exactly. And it turns out now
She was
they
not
determined
pregnant.
She was not pregnant. She lied about the pregnancy. She actually hit the cop with the taser. She shot him with that taser.
She's had a history filled with drug problems as well.
Yes.
And I think one of those warrants may have been for an outstanding drug warrant.
Could have been.
And so it's pretty safe to assume that when you're pulling away from the cop and you grab his taser and fire at him, you're not in the right frame of mind.
Right.
So there's 2 stories for you.
You got to ask yourself, if she had grabbed his gun, would she have shot him with that?
Makes you wonder.
I don't know, I hadn't heard about this, Dr. Glenn, but but would she have if she got his gun, would she have shot him and killed him? If she got his gun, would she have shot him and killed him?
It's a good question.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Mhm.
You just can't do that. I've made it this long and never had a problem like that, because if I do get a situation with an officer, it's yes sir or yes ma'am, and take it up with the court if that's the case. Don't right then and there. But everybody just seems to think they don't have to listen to them. And the way they'll cuss. I saw a thing on YouTube where this guy, what he was saying to this officer, and I can't repeat it, but, about the cop, do your own mother and her, what. And, it was unbelievable. Where do these people come from?
Well, they're highly trained that you say something stupid like that, they pretty much let it roll off their backs.
Right.
It's the aggressive actions. Mm-hmm. And who's to say the family of that woman that you brought up, that you exampled, Glenn?
Yeah.
Who's to say she wasn't reaching for his gun? She grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, she could have been.
They're going to have a tough time proving that she was just trying to save herself.
But it goes back to Robert's initial statement about where's the personal responsibility these days. Everybody's so easy to blame everything on everybody else.
Exactly. All right, Robert, there you go. Got some other calls? Turn up your radio and listen for the Tiger Woods info we're about to get. I don't know what this is about.
I appreciate your time, and please don't forget the traffic report.
Oh, I think I've got that, by the way.
Okay, great. I still got you on the phone. Go ahead.
Right here on ZZR.
Yeah, this is the one.
For the prize moves. What's up out there?
Not much happening, actually. We're in pretty good shape as we wind into our Wednesday rush hour. Watch for continued construction delays.
Yeah.
I think I pretty much covered every construction project from the Treasure Coast south and through the Palm Beaches. There are lots of them.
They were.
Where you get into them, you're going to find some extended slowdowns. Yep. Well into the rush hour. I'll keep you updated on any problems in your morning drive time. Even 95 through the Palm Beach is looking good right now.
Looking great.
And I'll be back with another check on traffic shortly for 92.7 CCR. I'm Dano. That was a quality traffic report.
That was a whole lot of words that said absolutely nothing.
Where's the
What's
sorry?
different now?
Hey, it was only 40 seconds long, Danny. You're fine.
Thank you.
Where's the sorry about that, bro? Where does that come from?
That was when he was on the air. He was being a disc jockey.
It was, let's see, it should be under, is it say Guns N' Roses? Something, it was one of those, we're doing it longer and harder weekends.
Yeah.
We played 3 in a row from whatever artist, so
Yeah.
we had just finished up 3 in a row from Guns N' Roses. I was a month into this gig, and I had to hook a guy up with a prize. And this is the first time I ever mentioned a listener's name who won a prize on the radio.
I just have the clip of it. I don't have anything else. I just have.
I'm sorry about that, bro.
I just have.
I think the guy's name was Frank Aquario.
That's it.
How do you remember that?
I remember that. I've heard that bit so many times over the years, Luke.
And I messed up the guy's name.
Yeah.
And at the very end, it was, sorry about that, bro.
I gotta find that during.
Okay. Mary, welcome to the Love Doctors.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mary.
I just wanted to chime in. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
I just want to kind of chime in on that poor guy, that bartender from Woods. You know, we don't know what his family knew, what his family tried to do. I found out today on the news that, in fact, just like a month before this accident happened, he got so, inebriated after his shift, his sister had to come pick him up and take him home. And just a couple of days before this happened, before he passed away, he was drinking after his shift again, and when walking out, he walked into one of those stands, where all the glasses are on, and knocked it over. So they knew that he was a drinker. I mean, there's no way they didn't know that.
Well,
I'm sure he didn't put it on his application.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I've been in that position. I never tried to get behind the wheel. Well,
Right.
once or twice in my stupid youth I did.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you think twice after his shift, within a month of doing stuff like this, they would have said, you know what, probably not a good idea.
Mary, we had an email from somebody yesterday that also mentioned when they worked in the bar industry many years ago. This person is in a different occupation now, but mentioned that the bar owners and managers wouldn't allow the employees to drink at their establishment for that reason alone.
Pretty smart.
And so the employees, when they got off of work, would pick a bar and they would all meet there.
Right.
So there is something to be said about allowing your employees beyond a shift drink, which is you can have one drink after your shift on the house.
Exactly.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
And then you're done.
Yep.
So
Place I worked, that's what it was. One complimentary, and then see you later, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
He was apparently even having drinks at the bar after shift with Tiger.
it was, and his girlfriend.
Another.
Well, she was the operations manager there, Mary. So, hey, man, we're keeping a close eye on it. Who knows what twists and turns we're going to find out about the story and who knew what and when.
Yeah.
So we'll keep our eyes on it. Enjoy the rest of your day. We give you an opportunity now to win $1,000 as we do each and every day here at
All
Real
right.
Radio. Between 6:05 a.m. and 9:05 p.m., we give you 16 keywords. That's 16 opportunities to win $1,000.
It's a whole lot of money we're giving away every day.
That's $16,000 a day.
Exactly.
That's $80,000 a week.
Hell yeah.
This is over $500,000.
All right.
Here's an opportunity for you to get your share of that piece of the pie. All you need to do is listen for Rover to deliver this hour's keyword at 5 after 3. Then that gives you the rest of the 3 o'clock hour to text that keyword to 200-200. Win that $1,000. Put $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from the Love Doctors and Real Radio.
Go online, on the computer or phone.
RealRadio943.com. The grand in your hand is returned to Real Radio. Your chance to win $1,000 each hour. Weekdays from 6 a.m. through 10 p.m. Every hour at 5 after. That's every hour at 5 after. You can put $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Real Radio 94.3. Presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic.
I know.
From the Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center. Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law.
800-521-7777.
Lake Worth Accident
south, you will find delays due to a crash Haverhill at Roebuck, and road construction has a right lane closed, Belvedere West at Jog Road. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Express Services, Inc. You work hard. You know what it takes to succeed. Now it's time to put your experience to work and launch your business. For a limited time, Express Employment Professionals will give you $25,000 to open your franchise. Get to know Express. Visit expressfranchising.com today.
The Love Doctors Overnight is brought to you by Dallings Appliance and Refrigeration.
He believes his girlfriend's stuck in Berlin.
We sent our producer to the address.
Is she a catch?
She sent you the nude photo. This woman's face photoshopped onto a nude body.
Or a catfish?
She sent you 15 government letters verifying that they were holding her.
Yes.
We got in touch with the German consulate. The letters aren't true. The address isn't true. The nude photo isn't true. So what is true?
All new Dr. Phil.
Today at 4 on CBS 12 News. It's the investigation the post office doesn't want you to see. Exposing the multi-million-dollar operation. CBS 12 News investigates, uncovers the secret of what's happening to millions of missing packages and how the U.S. Postal Service is profiting off of your stuff.
I don't think it's right. I had no idea.
CBS 12 News, the one to turn to for exposing the truth.
I appreciate Channel 12 doing the report.
Watch tonight at 11 on CBS 12 News.
If addiction has affected you or your family, tune in to Addiction Today podcasts on the iHeartRadio app, offering education, understanding, and solutions. Brought to you by Hanley Centers and Origins. Healing happens here. That's Addiction Today. Listen anytime on your iHeartRadio